dear Leos. This is your bonus reading for the second half of July 2019 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. This is a thank you reading for you having the most liked videos 4 months in a row. So thank you all Leos and Leos loved ones that gave gratitude for my reading and dedicated themselves to love and spiritual growth. This will be a general reading for Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising sign, also for Venus. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. So when I tell you this is you or this is the other person, it can as well be the other way around. Use your own intuition and recognition to determine who is who in this reading. And for this reading, I will use the Golden Universal Tarot. Looks like this. With Roberto De Angelis. And I will start shuffling your cards. So, when I open your decks here, I see the Page of Swords in the reversed and the Page of Wands in the reversed. So it seems like you are in a situation where you're fed up and tired with something. You're kind of given up some kind of habit that you have had before that didn't give you anything anymore. So it might be that before you were obsessively thinking about a person or your success or a problem, and here it seems like you just got fed up. Okay, so I pull the Divine with Love and Light. And here we have the Fool and the Ace of Wands in the upright position. So this shows a new beginning for you, that you're going to do something new. You are leaving the old behind and moving on with a certain amount of curiosity and the feeling of adventure. So I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world. And here we have the Temperance card in the reverse with the Ace of Wands in the reverse. Some of you might be dealing with a Sagittarius or another fire sign or an air sign. We also saw the Page of Swords here. So it seems like you have given up on the situation. You don't think that there is a possibility to compromise or overcome some kind of difficulty with something that you really love to do. So it might be that you have a music talent, but now you are kind of fed up with trying to get this recognition from people that needs to get you recognition. So your music could be spread, or you might have given up about someone that you love, or something that you in general love to do or had inspiration for before. But it's like you see that, no, this is impossible. And I don't think that it's a bitterness per se. We saw the Page of Swords in the reversed, but it's more like you have come to terms with something. Page of Swords and the Ace of Wands that we saw in the beginning, it might be that you have waited for some kind of message or recognition to come true, but it didn't come true. So you just feel like, no, this is probably not the way forward. So I call the 6 elements. And here we have a 4 of Swords with the Ace of Wands in the upright position. So this is a kind of interesting combination. But I think that you are letting things in general be a little bit on hold right now. It's like you take a little bit pause to digest what you have been through before you embark on your new journey. So it's almost like feeling your way to a landscape and not being in a hurry, but actually, should I go this way or that way? And maybe stop meditating for a while. And it seems healthy. It's you're probably digesting things that have been really hard, but you're doing it with a certain amount of enthusiasm. We also saw the Fool card. So I think you are a little bit surprised with you how you change your direction, that you're not so focused on this what you were so focused on before, and that you are finding some kind of peace in this. And it's also a lot of hope. It's like you're very hopeful for what the future will bring here, and you're waiting kind of patiently for this to happen. But for some of you, it might be like this, that you're almost on the brink of a breakthrough with something, and this is the point where you give up, okay? And it's also, if we want something, if we need something from someone, we might need to communicate this. With the Four of Swords, there might be a problem with communication, and with the Ace of Wands, it's an energy of still wanting what you want. So if you still want what you want, you haven't given up on it, you're just tired of putting in energy into it, it might be that there needs a little bit more energy before you will have the success that you have desired. Okay, so 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, death in the reversed, and the Three of Swords. I think you're tired of beating a dead horse. That's why you are giving up. It might not be that you still love the things you do, you still love the person, you still want that situation, but you feel like you have been beating a dead horse. So you don't want to cause yourself more pain, and that's why you are giving up on this. Okay, so yes, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit. And here we have the moon in the reverse with the high priestess and the Queen of Cups. So I think you are starting to value yourself more and take better care of yourself. You have probably become a little bit more rigid towards people that cause you a lot of pain and drama, like with the moon. You just drop that bullshit because you have started to recognize your value as a person and what kind of gifts you have to share with the world. You also look at yourself in a better way. So maybe now you think that situation or that person, they don't really deserve you anymore. So that's also what I'm seeing here. So I want my dear Leos to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. Sagittarius again with a new beginning, but the Sagittarius card was in the reverse. And I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk through your highest path towards your highest destiny. Okay, so it was done there. So I'll do a different reading from the normal general readings, but first I will tune in. So my dear Leos, this will be your situation. We have a Two of Wands in the reverse in the bottom here. So like waiting for someone. This what I saw with you walking on a path in nature. And should I go there? Should I do this? And it's connected to the High Priestess. So again with this, with boundaries and knowing your value and not wanting to jump on whatever ship. You want it to be the right ship. And here we have the Emperor. You also have the Four of Swords and the Four of Pentacles in the reversed. So it's like no more bullshit. No more bullshit for me. It's enough is enough. Some of you might be dealing with an Aries as well. The High Priestess that we saw, it's Pisces. And Queen of Cups is usually Cancer, might be Scorpio as well. So this is your situation. And we have an Ace of Pentacles. And it came, when I shuffled, if you remember, it came with the Nine of Wands in the reversed. So again, it kind of shows either it's you that have lost the lust for something, or someone else have lost their lust. They have lost their lust for you. But there's still, something is still cooking here for some of you. But for others, this is a new beginning. You're on a new chapter. The Ace of Pentacles usually come after the death. We had the death in the reversed, where you felt like, no, this is not really dying. It's like beating a dead horse to get this. I want to have this alive, but it's not alive. It's not death. It's not anything. It's like a stale situation, which is not moving forward. But here with the Ace of Pentacles, when this comes, it shows that the death has happened. The transformation has been going through. The situation has ended. It might be a relationship that has ended and it's dead, or this situation has ended and is now dead. But it might also be that you have gone through the necessary transformation. You have cut away certain pieces with you that made you unable to be happy, and now you have transformed these parts of you, and now you are ready for happiness. So it's a very beautiful card. It's a very good position. It's like God is giving you a gift here of a new beginning. You can choose this path and go to that door, and amazing things will happen. And this is your challenge, my dear Leos. And we have the Knight of Wands in the reversed. So since it comes again, these cards, I will take an oracle card to better understand this situation. So I'm going to take a card from Wisdom of the Hidden Realms by Colette Baron Reid. See what's going on with you with the Knight of Wands there. Probably this with you not having the energy or not feeling the enthusiasm anymore, and maybe the breakthrough will just come when you have given up on the whole situation. There's a little bit too many cards, don't you think? Okay, one card, please. Thank you. Okay. Yes, so we have the Ice Queen, ideas preserved, non-action, entitlement. So it's what I said, that there's something that you are so very passionate about, and I think you want a new beginning with this, whatever it is, or you want it to come through, but you have kind of given up on it. So I'll read this card for you, so you can see if you can recognize yourself and also see the advices here. But this is more from your point of view. This is your challenge. So it doesn't have to be that the divine advises you to give up and put yourself and the situation in the freezer. It might be that you have taken this decision. The Ice Queen has come to block your movement for your highest good. Let your ideas be preserved until later. You can thaw them out and use them at another time when they will be best served. The realm of the Ice Queen is the place of non-action, and now is a perfect time to take a look at how far you've come and to ask yourself for the re-clarification of your highest goals. Not all your plans can be accomplished at this moment. In fact, putting them on ice allows for the perfect timing later on. Don't be too hasty in trying to reach your goal, and even better one will be present itself if you surrender and spend the winter with the Ice Queen. Perhaps too, you're trying to do too many things at once. This is a good occasion to choose only one thing to focus on and let the Ice Queen put the others in the deep freeze until a more appropriate time. She'll let you know when it's time to let them fall. And if the card comes as a challenge, which it does, but some of you might be resonating with this as it comes as a help, but some of you will resonate with this, that it's a challenge. When the Ice Queen comes to challenge you, they ask you to look at the illusion of ownership. Do you believe you truly own anything in this world? For example, do any of us really own land? Do we own ideas? Or is it that we have simply laid claim to something we believe we are entitled to? Even inspiration is borrowed from spirit and shared by all in the field of divine consciousness that permeates everything. Others have thought of even your most indigenous idea somewhere else in time. Nothing is new underneath the sun, and so what? Life incarnate is short. When you transition, you take nothing with you from the material world. The Ice Queen calls upon you to release your hold on your relationships, your belongings, your home, and all aspects of your life. Let life flow as it will. Everything is impermanent. Once you recognize that, everything is seen as the living miracle that it really is, and you won't be frozen into self-induced limitation. It's time to let go of ownership in general and be grateful and enjoy what you have been gifted with. So I see three scenarios here. One, where you need to let go of an idea that you have had. Another, where you climb too tightly to your ideas. This first, where you need to let go, it's more you can't hold on to this anymore. It's kind of taking a toll on you. And in the other letting go scenario, it's about you hoping for something that actually is hopeless, and you need to let it go and put your energy elsewhere. And the third thing I see is that you're almost giving up on something that is on the realm of breakthrough. But we will see more of the most possible scenario when we move forward with the reading. So this is how you face this challenge. And we have the High Priestess. So it's again, you have recognized your high value. You don't want to give your time and energy to stupid projects or a situation with people where you can't seem to get along, or you can't seem to get into an harmonious state, or where you can't seem to be creative together, or whatever it is that you wanted. So you're kind of holding your horses here. The Sagittarius Knight of Wands is like the most fastest moving horse in the whole deck. It's just whoosh, okay? And it's very enthusiastic and wants to do this and that and that and that. So it's full of energy. But here we see you are containing that energy. You're holding this energy to yourself. You're not going to let whomever into your paradise. And you're not going to give your money to whomever or put your effort into whatever project. You are going to really look where you want to put your time, energy, money, love, all these kind of things. So it seems like there's a very wise decision. And both these cards, this is kind of paradise, and she's watching the gate to paradise. So I'm thinking you are making a very sensible choice here. Okay, so this is your intuition. And your intuition is the Three of Cups in the reversed. So I think you have some problems with relationships, or problems with non-existing relationship. Either relationships that's overburdening and where you don't feel supported. You might feel that people are gossiping, or they don't understand your point of view or the love that you bring. They might see you as something worse than what you are and tell other people. So it's a little bit gossipy card when the Three of Cups comes in reverse. When it comes like this, it's the people that you feel so much comfort with. You can be with them for days and weeks and months on end, and you feel them. You can almost have a telepathic communication with them. You can read into each other's needs, and it's like a symbiosis or a beautiful dance together, where you dance in harmony. But when it comes like this, it's like it's not giving you the same enthusiastic feeling as it did before, or things people say and do, it kind of takes a toll on you, and it's not as gratifying as it was before. It's not making you as happy as it was before. It might also be that someone in this group have been they don't want to have this connection with you because they feel too intimate or too close, or whatever is the problem, and therefore they are breaking up something that was really beautiful. And for some of you, this might of course be three-party situation where you realize, okay, so I'm a sister wife to someone, or I have brothers that I didn't know about sharing the same woman. And if this is the situation, I understand where you're giving up. You don't, yeah, okay, it's nice to have a relationship, but maybe not this relationship, because it's too many people involved, or it's too much hostility. It's like you don't want to invest in these people, and your intuition tells you that that's a good thing. Don't invest in these people that's making it life a little bit too hard for you. And if it doesn't feel good, it's not good, okay? And here we have Justice. So this is not a big adversary, like a card where there's a big drama. It's more small things, but the Justice is a big dramatic card. And it talks about you giving justice to yourself. So I think it's like this, that you recently have started to wake up and be able to sort. With a High Priestess here, you sort. It's number 2. This is 11. 1 + 1 is 2. So you started to sort among friends and situations and things that you like and which you don't like. So some situations needs to go, and you are going to determine which one it is. And you're also going to stand relentlessly on your side. It's not that you're blind to the truth that other people hold. You can see things from other people's perspective, but you're much more aligned with yourself, much more self-respect. So if you feel unfairly treated or something has happened that you can't let this inside your boundaries, it's like if a person is or a situation is not resonating with you, it's not vibrating with you, it's like this, it doesn't feel good, then you are calm enough and grown up enough to just trust yourself. Okay, so I'm not going to put effort into this situation. I'm not going to try to make it work out. If the person doesn't love me, doesn't want to be loyal towards me, doesn't want to speak to me, don't want to always saying these bad thoughts, things behind my back, I won't invest in this. And I won't go and really, super defend yourself, because you have the high priestess there. She's Lilith. She didn't defend her matter. She went into the desert and created like a new life for herself on her own. The justice can be going to try to court and things like this. So it might happen, but mostly it seems like it's your own court that you decide, no, I'm going to withdraw from this situation because I have value, I'm worth much more, I know how to make myself a happy life, and this is not that situation. So it's very logic. You're listening to the truth even when it hurts, and laying things to rest. If you have family member, friends, and other things that they can't help but always becoming annoyed with you, or reading in things to your behavior that really is more about them than about you. You don't want to bother. You're not going to even go there and tell them, no, this is not how it is. You have gotten it wrong. It's almost like you just, okay, let them have this mess for themselves. I will turn my energy to new and better things. And I think you're turning more into meditation, more into mindfulness. These people are sitting on a throne. So it's like you're sitting rather cool at your position, and you don't feel like you need to contribute to solving the situation. From your end, it's already solved. You already know what is needed, and it might be for yourself to sort out some issues that you have carried around that makes people not being able to side with you, but actually social situation that's becoming a little bit awkward. and so you might have pattern with this, and now you're determined to change it. So you're looking at yourself in the mirror more than what you're trying to solve these particular relationships. And this is what you need to relax and accept. And we have the Empress in reversed. So the Empress in reversed is the situation where you have already given too much in a situation, or maybe not too much. I sometimes tell this story about a forest where the timberman has been there taking all the grown-up trees. And then they want to come back later and they want to have more grown-up trees, but all the grown-up trees are gone. It's just the new trees, and it might take 70 years before they can come back and harvest those trees. So this is the situation. You have already given everything you can. There's nothing more to give in this situation. If people want more from you, that's an impossible demand. So feel entitled and relax into the feeling that you don't have to engage yourself in these troublesome situations. You have already given everything you could here, 3-3. And I think both you and the other people in this equation need to grow on their own, like doing their own spiritual growth. Because if these people always see you in a way that doesn't feel truthful to you, it's okay to give up until they have worked through their own issues and don't have to mirror themselves in you anymore. So if a person have a bad self-esteem, for example, and then they are jealous on everything you do, that has nothing to do with you. It has to do with the other person's bad self-esteem. And if you say that you are very talented in some area, and the people that before supported you now starts to frown a little bit because they get intimidated. They think that there's something wrong with them. It's kind of the same theme is what I'm feeling, that it's something you really don't have to entangle yourself in, because it has nothing to do with you at this point. But it's a kind of an old pattern with you that has a certain momentum that will continue for a while. But the more you are this sure about yourself and aiming yourself towards the future and the things that, or also the now, these people are sitting in meditation here. If you just aim towards the things that are healthy in your life, you will get more of the healthy and less of the little petty drama here. Okay, so this is the new level, and we have a 5 of Swords here, so that's a kind of a almost a little bit cruel card, but I still vote for you, Leo. I think that you actually need to allow yourself to not jump around and save these people all the time. Save them from themselves, or their gruesome thoughts about you, or their gruesome thoughts about themselves. Just shine as bright as you can and do the things that you want to do. This is a card of winning. Unfortunately, it's not like the 6 of Wands where there's a win-win situation. Here you just win. So it seems like you, Leo, might be winning in a situation. It might also be that you are dealing with, for example, Pisces or Libra, other water signs, other air signs, and they will be winning over you. So it might be the other way around as well, that how can I say this, that you have been engaging in these people and wanting something from them that they didn't want to give to you. So it's just like the door is closed, the business is shut, they are not going to pay you any more attention. So it might be like this as well. And it can be also shifted all the way around, that this is a situation where you gave it all, but you gave it all to situations where, for example, there were 3-party relationships, and these people here, they are not going to change their mind about these things. So it's what it is. And sometimes, you know, the truth shall set you free, but first it will piss you off or break your heart. And if this is the case, you need to see the reality that you are trying to get love from people that maybe don't even have a heart. Okay, so this is the next level, and we have a 3 of Pentacles. So 3 of Pentacles shows that the situation that you're working on will continue in a healthy way. Okay, there will come some kind of when you have done this with the work, with the meditation, with following your own, like your own mind, or your own heart, your own moral code. I'm not going to bother about these people liking me. I'm liking me. Then it seems like people will start to respect you and want to work together with you. So it's like a flip here. So it just happens like this. And it's because you decide that you are good and people can have it or leave it. And it doesn't really bother you, which it's going to be. Okay, so I'm going to take another oracle card for you to see a little bit more about this outcome. And we have Archangel Raphael, provider of healing for mind, body, and spirit. So I think you're going through a very healing moment, and that's why you are kind of in stillness. You're kind of not taking big decisions right now. You will eventually here. But you're going through something that will change your future forever, because when you are this sure, when you are this determined and kind of no longer are kidnapped by this social situation or be liked by other people or get their approval, you will become you. And when you become you, you get your full strength, you get your, like, all the energy that you have given away here to others. Like, the forest will be yours instead of the timberman's forest. It will be your forest, and therefore you will win. Okay, and you don't give it away anymore for free to whomever. So therefore you will heal. So that's a kind of miracle. Archangel Raphael, provider of healing for mind, body, and spirit. He is one of God's holy angels whose role is to minister to God and his people. Raphael, which means God heals, bestows divine healing and miracles to people and animals upon the earth. So this forest, for example. For those of you who want to become healers, doctors, and care workers, it is comforting to know that you have an almighty angel ready and waiting to be of service. Summon Raphael to your side if you are in need of healing and support. He encourages you to surrender negative thoughts and replace them with forgiveness and love, as this will encourage your recovery and honor you with inner peace. Mantra: I feel love and healing and surrender negative thoughts. What I'm feeling here is that you could actually look for, at YouTube there's so many meditation, look for a meditation where you call upon Archangel Raphael. I think this will be a new development for you to work with these angelic energies if you aren't doing this already. And this, if you are going to work as a healer or something else, this is totally necessary for you to become a professional and to not become like you want to be liked by your clients or the patients, and you are becoming a codependent to their problems. No, with this kind of attitude you won't, okay? So I'll also take a card for your love life here. And don't laugh at me, these cards are really hard to shuffle. So I want one card for Leo, thank you. And we can see here, it's the same posture. It doesn't seem like your love life is getting much attention from you right now. And we have this. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind. For the heart is the gateway to the soul. So I think you need to dare to dream big when it comes to love. Because as of now, it's almost like you have been through something so rough that you have become very guarded. Okay, very guarded. So I don't think your love life has much of a chance as of now. But if you take this time to rest, as it's kind of advised here, and just, give it a rest, work with yourself, become more stable, find your balance, your equilibrium, become a high be a high value person, like a person that knows their value and not compromising about stupid things, then I think it's also time eventually to start dreaming about what it is that you want to experience in these relationships here. The 333 feminine side of things wants to be a part of, wants to contribute to the whole. You are going to turn back to that, and you need to dream what that is going to be about. When you have collected all your energy, healed yourself, put yourself with the foot deep in the ground, and lifted your eyes towards the skies, and just your arms out to the side like this, up in the sky, open, your heart is open, your throat chakra is open, your third eye is open, crown chakra is open, and all the lower chakra is firmly connected to the ground. What is your dream going to be? Are you going to do with all this divinity? Way are you going to aim it? So you need to start to dream a little bit, because the dream you have now will determine the future you will have. So what will come to you in the future. So, okay, my dear Leos. And I like the colors here. Her hair and the heart is the same, so it's the very yellow. So I think there's an energy coming your way eventually, but if it would come now, I don't think you would be really ready. Okay, so my dear Leos, I hope this was a helpful reading, and that I was able to see your situation and help you with your situation. And if not, you can wait for the general readings that I will perform for August, and see how your situation is going to develop there, either with your sun, moon, a rising, or Venus. You can also check the other readings for June. They are for the whole month. This is just kind of an update. Half through the month, you can see, okay, so what's going on with this. So I hope you will make sense of it all and take really good care, and see you soon again. Bye bye.